Hello, and welcome to Unlimited Appetizers, the show where we simulate killing time while waiting for your food at a restaurant. I'm your host, Erin.
And I'm your sous chef, Mancha.
Lovely. Mancha, how's your week going?
Okay, so this week is our spirit week because it was the last full week of school. Well, it was supposed to be a full week of school, but we had Monday off. Because apparently too many teachers took off that day or were sick or had things to do. So I woke up Monday after getting really, really bad sleep because I was staying up late playing this factory game to like, oh, you don't have to come in today. And it was like staying up really late and then not getting punished for it is dangerous.
Yeah, no, I feel that. What's this factory game you're playing?
I'm playing Satisfactory again. Well, I got back into it again. It's a game where you land on an alien planet and then you do capitalism to it.
Oh, okay, cool.
You ravage the land for its natural resources so you can make like iron bars and stuff. That's really bad at it. I'm really bad at like factory management and making like neat things. My conveyor belts would piss so many people off.
I have never played this, but it sounds interesting. I was curious because you said factory game, and I figured it was some kind of management thing, and I was like, ooh, management, hello.
It is a management game, so you probably would enjoy it.
Yeah, probably. I'm kind of sleepy this episode because I was trying to take a nap before we filmed, and I like laid down, and then like everyone I know tried to call or text me in like the hour I was laying down. So I slept too long and I delayed us. Yeah.
It's fine. I said we were going to start filming at a certain time, and then I got ready to film after the clock hit that time.
Yeah.
We're both late, and it's okay.
Cool.
Erin just made me wait longer than I made Erin wait for me.
We've both been staying up too late. I've been very tired lately.
My sleep yesterday was so bad. Well, it was weird. I got 8 hours. I did not get so I fell asleep at 7:30. Okay. Got up at 12, then went back to bed at 3:30.
I did something similar, but not nearly that bad. I think I like took a nap after work until like 8 or something, and then I went to bed at like 1, which is like a miniature version of what you did, but still like messed me up. Once I get in that, like if there's a week where I'm like doing the post work nap, it just ruins everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at. I haven't been doing it lately. It would usually be Wednesdays when I do it, so now I have this, so I can't devote like 2 hours to a good solid post-work nap, which is probably better.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm excited for us to finish recording this because I bought 2 new puzzles and I can't open them until I record the episode because I can't have like puzzle stuff on the table while we do this. But they're both Mario puzzles and one's like a Rainbow Road one and it's like very cool looking and I'm very excited.
It's okay, I get it. I'm going to go back to playing Factory Game. Well, that about wraps up the time we have for today.
All right.
Nice. Okay, no. Okay.
No, we're not getting out of it that easy.
No. We like this at least a little bit. Clearly we do. We've done this 5+ times. And
pretty consistently.
We're very good at doing this.
We're doing better than we thought we were going to. At the beginning, we were like, should these be bi-weeklies twice a week or every other week?
Should this be every other week or every week? Let's do it that way.
Well, I don't know. I think the weekly's working. I just meant that, yeah.
No, I'm saying I don't remember if bi-weekly is which one, so...
Oh, yeah.
We're throwing that word out.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, how that's confusing.
We're throwing the word bi-weekly in the trash. I don't know what it means, and you can't make me learn it.
Yeah, so we were, like, talking about that, and we were like, well, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep up with doing every week, and then, like, on, like, the third one, we were like, okay, yeah, like, we kind of got it now.
It's been easier than expected, and I'm really enjoying it.
Once I learned to switch the mic input on Zencastr, so I'm not recording with the webcam audio like episode 1.
Yeah, once I learned to like turn the volumes up in the editing programs. We all have our own problems.
We're figuring it
out. We're all very good at what we do, and by very good, I mean very bad.
We're good at making mistakes. Yes.
Yeah.
What
Woohoo.
we got on the menu for today?
What do we got on the menu for today? That's a great question. I know the answer to it. I'm stalling for no reason. I know the answer, and I thought it would be funny to stall, even though I know the answer.
Oh, okay.
This isn't like a bit. Well, I mean, it's a bit, but it's a bad bit. I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna talk about nostalgic cartoons.
Love that.
I didn't need to stall. I knew the answer. I have the document open, and I remembered it.
I can already
I
tell
just
this.
like started stalling like out of like fear.
I'm at like half brain cells this episode because I'm sleepy, and you're like overworking to make up for it. I love it.
I I need to have 3 brain cells instead of 1.
Yeah. All right, so we did nostalgic video games another episode, so we were like, oh, let's do cartoons because everybody likes talking about cartoons. Do you got a favorite nostalgic cartoon?
Okay. So I've gotten really back into a old nostalgic cartoon from my childhood. And I'm gonna say it, and there's gonna probably be some laughter, but I'm gonna be up front. This cartoon's very good. It has very good music, and I made a playlist of all the music from this show, and I've been listening to it. And it is a children's religious cartoon. I'm talking about VeggieTales.
I had something written down to like ask you about VeggieTales because like I
Okay.
didn't watch it, but I know you did. All I remember is I rented a tape one time from the video store where they tried to drop a piano on a guy and it missed and it fell on the cake and he goes, "Why is there a piano in my cake?" or something like that. And that's the only thing I remember about VeggieTales.
I love. Okay, that's my favorite one.
Really?
That one's Esther, like the girl who became queen. That is my favorite episode of that cartoon.
Why did I happen to watch the one that's your favorite?
It has like the best music. In one of the songs, it's the best song. They say "Among Us," and it's like a Bible story retold with the flavor of The Godfather, which is just hilarious.
Oh man, that's lovely. Yeah.
It's also like a really dark Bible story. Like, it's a Bible story about a guy who wants to commit genocide and then like the queen stopping him.
Does
And
he want to drop?
VeggieTales did a really faithful adaptation of it.
Okay. So instead of genocide, they were just like dropping pianos on people.
Well, no, that was like an auxiliary thing. Like they like some
Okay.
dudes tried to assassinate the king. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The king's main advisor wanted to do a no. And in VeggieTales, they likened that to being sent to an island of perpetual tickling, which is
Wait,
just
no,
as
I
bad.
remember that. I remember being
Yeah.
freaked out by that. Yeah.
Yeah, but like a
Okay.
Grim Reaper with a giant feather, that is
Yeah.
being tickled for the rest of your life is just as scary.
That's
as, like,
horrifying. Yeah.
maybe okay, like slightly less, but you know what I mean. Still, it is like eternal torture.
Mm-hmm. Oof. When I was thinking of cartoons that I watched, I remember when I was in like 5th grade or something, I had to fill out something in school where it was like, say your like favorite celebrity or something, and I wrote C.H. Greenblatt, the creator of Chowder. That was my favorite celebrity when I was in 5th grade.
I feel like that tracks.
I always just liked some weird like thing that everyone would just kind of like side eye me, but yeah, I was like obsessed with Chowder. I had a Chowder t-shirt. I still have it. Was very into that show. I was into like Flapjack, but it was like kind of freaky.
Flapjack was scary. I only saw like a couple episodes of it.
I watched like I think all of it. I think I've watched all of Flapjack and Chowder, but it's been like a while. I remember Flapjack had some promo for it that on like Christmas Eve or something, I was like up with my brothers and it was that like You're Beautiful song, but they like changed the words and it was all just like really gross scenes from Flapjack. And I remember my brothers and I, it came on and we just sat in silence through the whole thing and it ended and my brother was like, "What was that?" It was just like a commercial.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I've only seen like a little bit of Chowder.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told that I'm like Chowder.
You are exactly like Chowder. You are Chowder, dude. I'm so sorry.
That's all I needed to. It's not bad. It's fine. He has like the comedy gold book. I feel like I resonate with that.
Yeah.
I've only seen like a little of it, and I never watched it as a kid. But also, we were a we didn't pay for TV family, so I
Yeah.
had VHSs and DVDs and whatever I could get from like the library or the movie place until we got Netflix.
Yeah, so I had like everything. I watched like mostly Cartoon Network, but I remember, I think I've said this before, not on the podcast. Every cartoon that was like my favorite cartoon when I was a child is always the one where people will be like, oh, my parents didn't let me watch that because they thought it would make me stupid. Like, it's always like Ed, Edd n Eddy or something like that, where like people's parents were like, no, you're not watching that. And I was like, yeah, I love this.
My parents had two of those. One was a Nick show, and one was a Cartoon Network show. No, they were both Nick. No, they're both Nick. Both Nick
What were
shows.
they?
It was SpongeBob and Rugrats. Those were the two I weren't allowed to watch.
It's so funny because like, I don't think Rugrats is bad. I don't know why that one would be.
I don't remember their reasoning for it.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like there's stuff that's more like crazy on there than that is. SpongeBob I get because like it's annoying and there's a couple of scenes from SpongeBob that are like out there, but like did you watch when we did that SpongeBob watching party? Were you at that? Were we doing that like
Yeah.
for you? Yeah.
It wasn't like for me, but it was definitely like me being there was definitely a big factor in like that SpongeBob watch party happening.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So you have seen some of it now.
Yeah, I've seen like enough of it, and frankly, like SpongeBob is so ingrained in meme culture that even if not, I can
You can
understand
piece
it.
together the iconic moments, yeah.
One of my favorite YouTube like animations is like SpongeBob like parody.
Oh, that's fun.
And I know it like almost word for word. So I'm over it.
That's great. I lived in New York City and I saw the SpongeBob musical twice when I lived there. It was very good. I'm very into it. There's a recording of it you can watch. Good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't like really get into it. And I don't hate it. I don't have anything against it. Just it's not really my thing.
It's not my favorite one, but there was a phase where I was like super, super into it. I don't listen to it as much as like old musicals I go back to, but I had a good time.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think what else, because I had some other stuff I was thinking of. Oh, really big one. So whenever we'd go to my grandma's, she didn't have a ton of channels, but she had very basic ones, which means that we watched a lot of PBS Kids. And the two like really good shows on that were, did you ever watch either Fetch with Ruffman or Cyber Chase?
I didn't watch like any PBS. I every once in a while would if I was in some weird situation where I didn't have access to the other channels, but like I did not watch it, so I missed like all those. I know everybody loves Cyber Chase, but I didn't watch it like at all.
Yeah, Cyber Chase was crazy good, especially because two of the voice actors were Christopher Lloyd and Gilbert Gottfried, so like big like voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, as a child, you have an understanding of who Gilbert Gottfried is because he's the guy with the voice. But then growing up and realizing, oh crap, that's Christopher Lloyd as the main villain who's in literally every episode. That's really cool.
That's cool.
Fetch is also really good. It was like Survivor for kids.
Oh,
basically, it was like one of those kind of shows, like where it's like a weekly competition show, except the point isn't winning. The point is the kids on the show becoming friends and learning science.
Have you heard of Kid Nation? Have you watched
Who did the video on it?
It was JonTron.
I watched the JonTron video. I've watched all his old content.
Yeah, I watched Kid Nation when it was premiering. I watched it. So like when I started seeing the videos about it, I was like, oh my God, that just like unlocked a memory in my brain. My mom and I watched it together and waited for like every episode. And I remember there was some like little girl that was like one of the team captains for a couple of episodes, and she would always be like, deal with it. And that was like the clip they used of her. And my mom would complain about it all the time, be like, that little girl is so nasty. And it was just really funny. Yeah, but they would it was like a competition or they like put them out in like the desert or something in like an old like town, and they had to be like self-sufficient and like survive, but it was like not great conditions, and it got shut down after like a season because it was like violating child labor laws or something.
I
And
want
they
to know how
were,
that got greenlit in the first place.
I don't know. They didn't. I think like part of it was like they had stuff like they couldn't get eliminated. They could only just opt to go home, and a couple of them did. Like a couple of them
Yeah.
were like, "I'm done." Like the guy in the first episode, I think, was like interviewed and stuff afterwards about it. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like a couple of them are like, no. So I think they were probably like they can leave anytime they want, but also like kids don't.
Kids are
Kids can't make
stupid.
decisions like
Kids
that.
are
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah.
Like,
Like they're just
kids are not smart.
they don't know when
I'm
they're
just
being
gonna be
put in like a
upfront with
bad
it,
situation.
right?
Yeah.
They don't know what is best for themselves.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember I was like pretty young when I watched it and I wanted to be on it so bad. I was like, oh, this would be so fun. I would love this.
I want to see what you'd be like as a child on that show, Erin.
I know. Whenever I think about being on a reality show, I'm like, I'd be a good guy, right? Right? Don't think so.
I don't know, Erin.
I don't know. I think I'd be pretty. I'd have my moments.
I I feel like you'd be pretty like teetering. I don't think you'd be like a villain.
Right.
I'll give you that. I think you'd be a little morally gray.
Well, on
Therefore
shows,
interesting.
yeah, on shows like The Bachelor and stuff, they give them like drinks and they try to like provoke them and like go over and be like, "This person said this thing about you. What do you think?" So I think once that starts happening,
That
it's
would
bad.
I mean that would change everything.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not a cartoon. We were talking about
The
cartoons.
Bachelor, my favorite cartoon.
I know, same. I really liked Kim Possible when I was a kid, and I have a tale of woe about Kim Possible.
Tale of woe about
I
Kim
have a tale of
Possible.
woe. So I would always watch it right after school. My bus would drop me off and it'd be like just in time for the episode to start. And I would watch it and I loved it. It was like my like ritual. And then they changed the bus schedule. So I got home like halfway through it. And the day that I realized that that happened and that I was going to miss the first half, I was bawling my eyes out for hours. I was so upset because it was like my favorite thing to do.
Oh no.
Yep. That's my tale of
sad.
woe.
I do not have Kim Possible trauma like I do with Brother Bear. We're not going to get back into that.
We've talked about that movie enough.
That bad movie. My like Disney. I don't know how nostalgic Phineas and Ferb is because it ran for a while.
Uh-huh.
I want to include it because like it ran for a pretty long time and like it is a really 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 quality show.
Yeah.
And it had the phenomenon where some of the new episodes were like fantastic and some of them were just like, this is Phineas and Ferb. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Kind of when they hit like the late season, it's kind of okay when they were just reusing the formula, it got boring. But then when they did like a whole like zombie episode parody, and it's really fantastic. So when they stopped using the formula that they set up, it became like really good.
Yeah. I watched like episodes from it. I know I watched like some of the like iconic ones, but I wasn't super into like Disney when I was a kid, like Disney Channel, so I didn't watch it a lot. But I watched like enough of it that was like the one that I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because my friends all like loved it and stuff, yeah.
That's the one I would try to catch at like hotels. Like
Yeah.
because my big, my vibe is, oh, we're at a hotel, we can watch whatever we want. Cartoons. My parents, I imagine, hating everything in the corner because we're watching cartoons.
Oh, so Tyler's in the Outer Banks right now, and he's like, have you ever been to the Outer Banks? And I was like, yeah, I distinctly remember being a child, and we went on a trip to the Outer Banks, and there was a Camp Laszlo marathon, and I just watched Camp Laszlo all day instead of like doing things in the Outer Banks because I was a child.
It's okay. As a like, I think high schooler, we went up to Wisconsin Dells, and like this is while Gravity Falls was airing.
Oh yeah.
And so like we were in like a nice like Kalahari type indoor resort, and we had done stuff for the day, and it was in the evening, and everyone else went down to the pool. I'm like, I'm gonna stay behind the room by myself and watch the new episode of Gravity Falls that's dropping, and then I did it, and it was great. And I was in like high school.
Same.
I don't really have any regret. Sorry, I don't have regrets.
You don't have regrets. That's yeah. Well, I mean, when you're a kid, that's what you care about doing.
I'd
The
do it
same
today.
Outer Banks trip, I have two other tales of woe. Once on that trip, I flipped open the like newest Harry Potter book to the big spoiler thing that happens in one of them because I was looking through like the chapter titles and then I read something and I got upset that I spoiled myself, so I like cried. And then also, I was such a dumb child. I took a nap and I thought I'd slept through to the next day. And we had like an event or something that night. So like my cousin woke me up and I was like, how was the thing? I missed it. And she was like, you've only been asleep for like an hour. You did not sleep through a whole day.
Erin, I did that yesterday.
You did that
I went to like again. I fell asleep at like 7:30, and then I got up, and it's 8:30, so it's still light outside. And I look at my phone, and I'm like, "Wait, it's past 8? Like, oh, I'm late." And I look outside, and I'm like, "Am I late? Wait." If I were late, I would have several texts from at least one, if not more people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's PM. Oh, it's 8. It's 8:15 PM.
That's amazing.
That was yesterday.
So my dumb child thing I did is like your Tuesday.
Yeah,
I think I've done that before, like semi
it's a normal
recently.
Tuesday.
It's you get confused when you take a nap, especially if it's like one you like didn't mean to take or something. You wake up like very confused and panicked.
I get very disoriented after like naps specifically.
Yeah, that's why I need to stop taking them, but been doing it this week.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Back to more nap discussion. No, I'm trying. What are the other things that I watched? I'm trying to remember the other VHSs we had. Not a cartoon, but like, you know, I don't know if a lot of people have heard of this. Another one I really liked. It was called The Webulous World of Dr. Seuss, and it was like a show with like the Cat in the Hat and like a bunch of other Dr. Seuss characters, and they were puppets.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like another like, you know, good like little kid show that goes pretty much exactly how you imagined. You know, character lives in a house and has adventures in his house and tells stories type show.
Yeah.
But I like that's one that I wish at all was like just a little bigger, because I really, really have fond memories of that show, and it's hard to find anything about it now.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't watch it. My big like young child thing was I watched Blue's Clues way longer than it was socially acceptable to watch Blue's Clues, because it was so like colorful and fun, and like whenever they had like food or anything on the screen it looked like so cool. I was like, I love this. So I would just sit there and watch it.
Blue's Clues is so good though. I
Yeah.
don't blame you.
Good stuff.
I'm very opinionated about Blue's Clues though.
What's your opinion?
Well, I lived through Steve going to college, right?
Oh yes.
Right?
Me too, I think. I was a little older.
I'm not a Joe enjoyer.
No? I don't remember how he
not
was.
a Joe enjoyer. He's just not as good. There are like a couple episodes with him that are like pretty good, but most of the time he's just, hi, I'm here and I'm not Steve Burns. And like I get why Steve left, because like he doesn't want to go bald on TV in front of a bunch of children, and I wouldn't want to go bald on TV in front of a bunch of children either. But my dude, that's what hats are for.
True. We could have given Steve a cool, fashionable hat.
And he's in like the current Blue's Clues with like,
yeah,
and he's like bald / sometimes has a hat, so he's fine with it now. My point is that Steve was very good, and I love him.
Have you ever listened to his band? I have.
No, I have
Steve
not.
Burns and the Struggle. I remember listening to it when I like found out that he also did that. And I remember being like, okay, all right, I like it, but I don't remember anything about it.
I know that he has a band, and I never listened to it. Yeah, man. Yeah, we had a bunch of taped VHSs from like when we used to have channels. Like my mom had taped a bunch of shows, and so it was all mostly Blue's Clues, Little Bill and Dora the Explorer, which
I
were all
forgot about
on
Little
Nick
Bill.
Jr. Little Bill feels weird to talk about now.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about Little Bill.
I'll
I
say this:
just forgot it
I will give
existed.
Little Bill the following accolades. It had a good visual style, and I watched it. Dora
Yes.
the Explorer was a trip, though.
Yeah. I watched Dora, yeah. Still don't know any
And
Spanish.
it's okay. I'm Hispanic, and I watched Dora, and I know very limited Spanish. I can like count to 29.
Yeah. I took
Maybe
French,
39 if I tried
so I
really
know
hard.
nothing.
Oh,
Like,
I
even
took
the stuff that
Latin.
most people know. Oh, you took Latin? Oh, dude, you're on hard mode.
I didn't learn anything. I didn't learn Latin in Latin, Aaron. I took it for the mythology.
The mythology.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
wanted to learn about like Roman history and Roman mythology.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then immediately forgot all Latin instantly. You know what the best thing we did in Latin was? If you
What?
made it to Latin 3, our teacher was like, okay, you made it to Latin 3. Good job. We're going to go to the zoo. Now, we're going to make it look like this is a school trip for Latin. So we're going to pretend that you have an assignment that has to do with the Latin names of animals. I don't actually care, and you don't actually have to do this assignment. We're going to go see the animals. This was a good trip. My best friend at the time, we got as much change as possible and made so many of those stamped pennies, and they went home with just like a truckload of stamped pennies from across the zoo for no reason, because it just was funny in the moment.
That's awesome. That reminds me when you're talking about like teacher just doing something that they're like, yeah, I don't care if you actually do anything or not. I had a French teacher who just he made us watch like Groundhog Day in French for no reason, and I think we watched it like 2 or 3 times, or he kept like restarting it. And that movie is already about things looping, so that was just like horrible. And I think we watched Shrek in French, and there was like no reason to any of it because like the subtitles were on, so we were just watching
To
movies
help
in
you
French.
learn French, listen,
Yeah.
I'm a teacher. I know what putting a movie on means.
Yeah, we did it for like so many classes though. It was like weeks of it. Yeah. Cartoons that I need to make sure that I shout out. Total Drama, obviously, big part of Erin life.
I only watched
Xiaolin Showdown. Oh, sorry. Do you got anything about Total?
Sorry, I don't care anymore. I want to talk about how Erin really loves Jack Spicer.
Yes, I have.
That's it.
I still love him, but like when I was a kid, I had an unhealthy obsession with Jack Spicer. That was my first like cartoon crush that I went like bananas over. I had a friend that we were like talking about pooling all of the money that we had as children to buy and share like a $200 Jack Spicer figurine because there weren't that many like in print or something, and it was old. It was like that bad.
Oh my gosh. I didn't enter my feral like media crush arc until like again was like older.
I was pretty young. I was probably in like middle school, like 5th grade or something. Yeah. No, it was bad. It's a dark time for me. I think I had a birthday party where I like said it was Xiaolin Showdown themed to like the kids coming, but I was a child and my mom doesn't know anything about it, so nothing was actually planned. I just made everybody like play Xiaolin Showdown with me when they showed up.
How do you play Xiaolin Showdown, Aaron? I would like the rules. You're a game designer.
I
Tell me
literally
how Xiaolin Showdown works.
I had like an object or something from my house in like the backyard, and I was like, okay, let's all grab this, and it's like the Shengong Wu, and then we're gonna do like some kind of competition over it, because that was like kind of how the show worked. I remember that, but yeah, no, it was not good, not organized. I should redeem myself and throw a proper Xiaolin Showdown birthday party as an adult.
I expect to visit a Xiaolin Showdown party in my future.
I'll have to plan one. Yeah, no, I was so obsessed with that show. Some stuff on that show, just of note, did not age well. Some portrayals of certain characters, not so good. But Jack Spicer, top tier.
Does any show age well?
That one was a little rough, but not the worst I've seen. But yeah, no, I got you. Um, I what else? Those are like the main ones that I
Yeah.
super liked. Oh, I
I'm
liked
trying to.
Regular Show. I should have mentioned that. I was like really
Mm,
into. I was like in love with Mordecai because of course I was.
I mean, I got into the Pokemon cartoon eventually, the anime, so that counts. I guess. That I've talked about pretty much most of the stuff I
Yeah,
watched
me
that was like
too.
cartoons. Um, I also had to watch a lot of like, cartoons for other types of people, like my sister. So I
Hmm.
watched a lot of Angelina Ballerina because sometimes there's a television on and you want to watch the television.
My
And
equivalent of that was I was younger, so I'd watch like South Park and Tosh Point oh.
that's like very different though. There's
Yeah.
like a notable difference about being a child and watching South Park than being like a boy and watching a mouse ballerina show.
Yeah. Very different experiences. Um, we want to go next
I'm
thing
just
or
losing. I just can't imagine like a child having to watch South Park.
my mom was very mad when she found out. It was just like it'd be on or something, and then if she ever like came in, I was in the room, she'd be like, "You can't watch it." Sorry, the impressions I do of my mother don't do her justice. When you just have stories of your childhood and you tell it how you experienced it, not necessarily how it was.
I don't know. I don't. My impression of my mom isn't like that.
Also, everybody needs to understand that I have like a deep voice, so when I do impressions of like my mom or like other women, sometimes I go like weep. But yeah,
I'm just making fun of you for making fun of your mom. I'm trying to win
win favor
points.
with
I don't
Elaine.
know. Yeah, I don't know. I need
Everyone
something.
does. Yeah,
I just desperately seek validation.
same. I feel you. I feel you.
You wanna do the next segment?
Yeah. We're like going on all kinds of
We
tangents
are
today.
losing our minds today. This is gonna
I
be
love it.
good. I can't wait for what's up next.
Okay, so for our next segment, this is a game that Mancha had kind of like proposed. We haven't we like tried out like one and I was guessing it and I was doing horrible guesses. It was pretty rough, but it's called French Toast. Don't know if you have heard of it. It's basically one person like thinks of an object and then the other person will start guessing other objects and like every time the person with it will say if it's more like French toast or more like the object you suggested, and then if it is more like the other one, then that becomes the next like reference object and it's not French toast anymore. So if it's like more like a car, then like we're gonna go down the route of comparing things to cars. I feel like it'll make more sense when we're doing
Yeah, we,
it.
we should probably just start. If you
Yeah.
want to pick an object first, since I did the test round,
Okay, sure.
I will jump straight into the frying pan.
Okay, I have one. Give me a second. Um, okay, I have one.
Okay, so we did one and it was really bad and it went nowhere.
We were there for
I,
like 10 minutes.
I'm gonna blame myself on it mostly. We are not doing proper nouns, is what we have learned. We're going to do vague objects, I think.
We were
So we're
struggling.
gonna try this. You missed a great, really boring 7 or so minutes.
Okay, I have a new one when you're
We're gonna
ready.
try again. Yeah. Okay. So is it more like a car?
It's more like French toast.
It's more like French toast. Is it more like a dishwasher?
It's more like French toast.
Is it more like a pillow?
It's more like French toast.
Is it lasagna?
Huh. It's more like French toast.
Is it like pizza?
It's more like pizza.
Is it no? Is it a sandwich?
It's more like pizza.
I hope it's a food because that's just where I'm at right now.
It is. I'll give you that.
Okay. Like pizza, not like lasagna, more like okay. Is it like did I guess sandwich already? Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. And it was not more like that than it was a pizza. Is it like nachos?
It's probably more like pizza.
Probably more like pizza. Is it like pizza rolls?
Okay, I'll give you this. It has an association to pizza. It's not particularly like pizza.
I mean, I'll get there eventually. So more like pizza rolls.
More like pizza. More like pizza.
More like pizza. Is it like tomato sauce?
More like tomato sauce.
Is it ketchup?
More like tomato sauce, I think.
Is it like peppers?
More like peppers.
Is it banana?
More like a banana.
Apples?
Probably more like a banana.
Eggplant?
More like a banana.
Peaches?
More like a banana, but really close.
Did I say oranges?
Still more like a banana.
Mangoes?
More like a mango, I think.
Tangerine?
More like a mango.
I'm in the orange fruit zone. What's not
It's not
oranges?
about. Yeah, no.
It's not a peaches. It's not a mangoes. So it's not a citrus fruit. I'm just talking this out to figure it out. We were in a fruit. Is it apricot?
No, it's more like mangoes.
Is it coconut?
It's more like coconut, I think.
Pineapple.
It's pineapple.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. That was much better.
That was better than the last one, yeah.
Okay. I like talking my thought process out. Okay,
Cool.
I'm going to think of an object. I'm going to think of a not proper noun object.
Okay.
And I have it. Okay.
Is it more like a chair?
It is more like a chair than it is like French toast.
Is it more like a car?
It is less like a car.
So it's more like a chair. Is it like a house?
It is more like a chair.
Is it a couch?
It is more like a chair.
Is it a desk?
It is more like a chair.
Is it a beanbag?
It is more like a chair.
It's very
I've said
chair-
this sentence a lot.
This object is very chair-like.
It's not chair-like.
It's not chair-like. Is it more like the ground?
It is more like a chair.
Whoa. Is it more like a door?
You're never gonna believe this, Erin, but it's more like a chair.
Okay. It's not like a chair, though.
No.
Is it more like a blender?
It is more like a blender.
Is it more like a fork?
It is more like a fork.
Is it a screwdriver?
It is more like a fork.
A cup?
More like a fork.
A sword?
More like a sword.
A gun?
More like a sword.
A lightsaber?
Sword.
Can you give me a hint?
A thing that wouldn't be weird to find in someone's house, but it's not in everyone's house.
A plunger?
It is more like a sword?
Like a painting.
Sword.
Okay. I have like a stray hair that's doing something.
Sword, I guess.
A lamp.
Still a sword.
Something that would be in someone's like a pooper scooper.
It's still like a sword.
Oh my goodness. What could be in this person? Like an Xbox.
It is more like an Xbox.
Okay. A Nintendo Switch.
There is no difference.
Okay.
They're both as far away. If I have to pick, I'm gonna I don't know. I'll say Xbox.
Is it more like a refrigerator?
Xbox.
A remote?
Xbox. Neither of us have one.
Oh. The hell do I not
don't think
have?
so.
I have everything in the world, Mancha. What could I be missing?
10 million YouTube subscribers on unlimitedappetizers.com. That's right. Right down there. Hit the button. You got to hit it with as hard as you can. And that button is not like a sword. It's more like a chair.
We're on Xbox.
Yeah,
Is
we're on
it
Xbox.
is it more like a giant crypto mining facility?
It is not more like a giant crypto mining facility.
Okay. Is it like a bar? Like a home bar?
No, you can hold it.
You can hold it, but I don't own it.
Yes.
Who would own this type of object?
A notable group of people.
So
Notable
when
may not be the right word. A specific group of people.
is it a YouTube play button?
No.
Is it more like that than an Xbox?
It's like more like a Xbox.
More like an Xbox. A specific group of people. Is it that thing that they installed in people's homes to check their TV watching activity?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you know
It's
what
more like an Xbox.
Okay. Is it more like a rubber duck?
It is more like an Xbox.
A specific group of people own this. How big is this group of people?
I have no clue, but it's a common type of person.
Common type of person.
You like this kind of person.
I don't like people. No, I'm kidding. I like this kind of person. It's well, what do I like? I like entertainers.
This is hilarious because like we still haven't even gotten like super close to it.
I don't know.
Come on, give me a guess. Give me a guess. Come on, come on.
More like a vase.
It's more like an Xbox.
It's a thing that people use. Is it like an iPhone?
More like an iPhone.
Okay.
That's a hard value statement.
A specific group of people have this, and I like them.
Yes.
What do I like that I wouldn't just buy for myself? Is it like a green screen?
It could go either way, but I'm gonna pick green screen to keep it interesting.
Okay.
That is more like a green screen.
Is it like a camera?
It's more like a camera.
Is it like a VR headset?
It's more like a camera.
A specific group of people is it like streamers or like YouTubers? Or something?
I'm not gonna tell you.
I know you can't, but I've been
because
on
that
for
would
a
pretty
while.
much give it away.
Is it a caracol?
It is not a caracol. It is more like a camera.
Okay. It's like a camera for like.
It's
Is it like an equipment to do a job? Like what?
Yes.
What kind of job? I'm gonna be very like upset if I own whatever this is.
You don't. I really don't think you do.
Okay.
I'm like pretty positive you don't.
Is it a drone?
I would be very surprised if it is more like a camera. I think
A steering wheel?
it is more like a camera. Most people you like who have this object are not people you know personally.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured it's probably like a content creation thing.
Yeah. You could call it that.
Like a soundboard?
It is more like a soundboard.
Like a audio studio?
It is more like a soundboard.
Like a keyboard?
It is more like a keyboard.
Like a musical keyboard?
Yes, it's more like a musical keyboard.
A guitar?
It is a guitar, Erin.
Oh, I have a guitar back home. But I wouldn't.
Oh,
I
do
wasn't
you?
thinking on that. Yeah.
I've never known you to own a guitar. So.
Yeah, I had one when I was younger. I still have it, I think.
Okay, that's not part of the Erin lore, I know.
It's not. No,
I'm
it's
glad
not.
you
I don't
consider
play it. I just own it.
Yeah.
I like these people, just like musicians. You mean? I don't.
Yeah, I meant just.
I
like,
was
you go to
thinking
see
YouTuber the whole
musicians
time.
A lot. No,
Oh, yeah,
I was
no.
thinking you go to like a bunch of concerts and stuff.
I do. That's true. I guess I wouldn't think of it as a household object. That's why it was like throwing me off because like
Yeah,
usually when I
mean-
see it, it's not in a house.
Yeah, I just I had a very specific thought, and I guess this is a game, all right.
All right, I'm gonna give you. I have another one.
Okay. Mushroom.
Ooh, I think it's more like French toast.
It's more like a French toast. Is it more like paper?
It's more like French toast, I think.
It's more like French toast than it is paper. Is it more like Jack Black?
It's more like French toast.
It's more like French toast. Is it more like a fork?
It's more like French toast.
Waffles.
I would say French toast, but the distinction is like so slight.
Yeah. I'm just trying to narrow it down. Like a car.
It's more like French toast.
A pizza.
I'd still say it's more like French toast. Or the distinction doesn't matter.
The distinction doesn't matter. A plate.
I still think it's more like French toast.
More like French toast.
It's weird because you have your own like distinction in your head of like what line of thought you
that's what's
have.
interesting about this
Like
game.
someone easily could have said plate is more like this thing, but I don't think so. Yeah.
Should I leave this room of the house?
Yeah, it's not in the kitchen.
Okay. Is it more like a television?
I think it's more like French toast.
Is it more like the game of Jenga?
It's more like French toast. We're very on French toast.
Is it more like drywall?
I think it's more like French toast.
Is it more like a pillow?
More like French toast.
Is it more like a dog?
It's more like French toast.
Is it more like floorboards?
It's more like French toast.
Is it more like the telltale heart that is thumping under my floorboards?
It's more like French toast.
Is it more like a microphone?
I still think it's more like French toast. I don't know. I could be just like making wrong calls on this.
Is it more like a clock?
It's more like French toast.
Is it more like the concept of entropy?
It's more like French toast.
The television show Kim Possible.
It's more like French toast. It's not an abstract thing.
This thing is really like, I know, but I need to get some funny guesses out. This thing's either really like French toast, or I'm just completely in the wrong space.
It's not anything like French toast, but you haven't guessed something that's closer to what it is.
Is it more like milk?
It's more like milk.
Is it more like alcohol?
I'd say it's more like alcohol.
Is it more like seltzer?
It's a weird decision. I think it's more like alcohol.
Is it more like shampoo?
It's shampoo.
It is shampoo?
Yeah!
Okay, that one went pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep it easy. I'm gonna pick another object that could be found in a home.
Okay.
Or around a home.
Okay.
So that we have a sphere of influence to keep this in, so it doesn't get too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, I've got it.
Okay. Is it more like a chair?
It is more like a chair than French toast.
Is it more like a refrigerator?
More like a chair.
Is it more like a lamp?
A chair.
Is it more like a cup?
More like a cup.
Is it like a napkin?
More like a napkin.
Okay. Is it like a carpet?
Napkin.
Is it more like a towel?
Napkin.
A mop?
More like a napkin.
A pencil?
It is more like a pencil.
Is it paint?
I think it's more like a pencil, but at that point it's kind of whatever.
A screwdriver?
Pencil.
A light bulb?
A pencil.
A straw?
Pencil.
Pencil?
Pencil.
A computer?
More like a computer.
A drawing tablet?
More like a drawing tablet, maybe? I don't...
A microphone?
Drawing tablet.
An Etch-a-Sketch?
More like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Okay. One of those old rocky horses.
More like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Okay. A Nintendo Switch.
More like a Nintendo Switch, maybe?
A puzzle.
More like a puzzle.
A ball.
Puzzle. More like a puzzle.
A book.
More like a puzzle.
Phloem.
More like a puzzle.
Have a hint?
I don't think you need one.
Oh, I'm close to
I
it?
think you're close. Here's my hint. You're pretty close.
Is it a Sudoku puzzle?
It is more like a... I assume when you say puzzle, you mean jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
It's more like a jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, a stuffed animal.
It's more like a jigsaw puzzle.
Do I own this thing?
Yes.
Huh. A board game.
It's a board game.
Hey! That's cool.
Right? See, okay, much better. Now that we're
Yeah,
getting
we're
into
like getting
this,
into
right?
it.
Now
Yeah.
we're getting into, let's do two more to make
Yeah,
up
good idea.
for our really bad first two that we probably cut and no one heard how bad they were and you don't want to.
Do you want to stick to household objects or things outside of that? What do you want?
Um
As long as they're like easy.
let's keep it in, I think, the sphere of things that could be owned in or around a home.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that's interesting.
All right.
Um
Okay, I have one.
okay, is it more like an anime figurine than French toast?
It's more like French toast.
Is it more like a frying pan?
It's more like French toast.
Zucchini?
Ooh, it's more like French toast.
Is it more like a marshmallow?
More like French toast.
Is it more like a pillow?
It's more like French toast.
Spaghetti?
It's more like spaghetti.
Is it more like lasagna?
It's more like lasagna, I think.
Is it more like cake?
Probably more like lasagna.
Is it more like a mattress?
More like lasagna.
A chair?
More like lasagna.
Okay. I just don't want to dwell on the food thing without knocking
It's
everything
food.
else out. Is it more like ravioli?
It's more like ravioli.
Is it more like a pizza roll?
It's more like a pizza roll.
Pop-Tart?
More like a pizza roll.
Hot Pocket?
More like a pizza roll.
Burrito?
More like a pizza roll.
More like a pizza roll. Mozzarella stick?
It's mozzarella sticks.
Yes!
I try to go with an
Okay.
easier one.
Okay, I have one ready, so whenever you're ready.
Okay. Is it more like a cup?
It's more like a cup.
Is it more like a TV?
It is more like a TV.
Is it more like a lamp?
More like a TV.
Is it a car?
It's more like a car.
A plane?
It is more like a car.
A Segway?
It is more like a Segway.
Ooh, a skateboard.
It is more like a Segway.
A lawnmower.
It's a lawnmower.
What?
Yeah.
It was a lawnmower? I didn't think
Yeah.
I would get it that
That one
early.
was really fast, actually.
I was like, yeah. Well, I was trying to think of things that were more like a Segway than a car, and I feel like that there's not a lot of those.
There's not. I mean, you went down a pretty good rabbit hole there. See, we're getting good. We're getting good. We're
good.
becoming. We're Detroit become gamers. Okay.
We're French toast experts.
I think at this point though, it's good. It's good for us to go to our last game.
Oh, I had one more if you wanted.
If you want to do one, you want to do more? I'll do
yeah,
one more.
just one more.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Is it more like Erin?
It's more like French toast, I think.
Is it more like a chair?
It's more like a chair.
Is it more like a bed?
More like a chair.
Is it more like a candle?
More like a candle.
Is it more like a flashlight?
I think more like a flashlight.
Is it more like a TV remote?
More like a flashlight.
Is it more like a blender?
A what?
Blender.
I can't tell if it's more like a flashlight or a TV remote. I think it's more like a TV remote.
Is it more like car keys?
It's more like car keys.
Is it more like garage door opener?
I think it's more like a garage door opener.
Is it more like a radio?
More like a garage door opener.
Is it more like a telephone?
I'm giving you some whack answers. It's more like a garage door opener, I think.
Okay, this is interesting.
Depending
I don't know what
on how
I
you think about this object.
I don't know what I've guessed that's like a garage door opener.
It's not anything like that. The other things just haven't been close to it.
More like a doorknob.
More like a doorknob, I think.
Is it more like a lock?
More like a lock? No, more like a doorknob.
More like a doorknob. Is it more like a coat hanger?
More like a coat hanger.
Is it more like a chest of drawers?
More like a coat hanger.
Is it more like a towel?
It's more like a coat hanger.
Is it more like a coat?
It's more like a coat hanger.
Cardboard box.
It's more like a coat hanger, I think.
Is it more like a carpet?
It's more like a coat hanger.
Is it more like a spoon?
It's way more like a spoon than anything you've guessed.
Is it a ladle?
It's the distinction doesn't matter. It's like a spoon.
Is it a microwave oven?
It's more like a spoon.
Colander?
More like a spoon.
Is it a thermometer?
More like a spoon.
A syringe?
I still think spoon.
A fork?
It's similar to both. It's more like a spoon.
Okay, it's more like a spoon. A spork?
No, spoon or whatever.
A knife?
Spoon.
Okay. Tongs?
It looks more like a spoon. Its purpose is more like tongs, I think.
An oven mitt?
No, spoon.
Spoon.
This is hard, I realized.
Tweezers?
Spoon, I think.
Nail clippers?
Spoon.
Should I stay in the kitchen?
It's much bigger than a spoon. And it's not in the kitchen.
The spoon from King Box Only a Spoonful video.
I don't know what that is. Is it a very big spoon?
It's a very big spoon.
It's closer to a very big spoon. It's very similar to a very big spoon.
Is it more like a life-size cardboard cutout of somebody?
It's more like a big spoon.
A big spoon.
One might even call it a big spoon.
Is it the constellation the Big Dipper?
No, it's just a big spoon.
What's a big spoon that's not like a ladle?
What's like a big spoon-like object that isn't used for food?
Is it like a hand mirror?
I think it's closer to a big spoon. This object is literally just a big spoon.
Is it a shovel?
It's a shovel!
No!
I didn't know it was gonna take so long. There was some early on stuff where I was like, I think I directed him wrong.
I don't think that hurt any of it.
Okay.
Man, spoon was close, wasn't it? Darn.
A shovel is just a really big spoon. That's like really all it is.
Just a really big spoon.
Yeah.
All right, now that we're through that, we're going to put Erin through more torture in the final game.
Oh no.
So, Erin, as I understand it, you have a working but not very complete understanding of both the games Pokemon and Dungeons and Dragons, correct?
Oh god, yeah. Oh no.
Okay. So I've put together a quiz game. Now, in each of these games, there's different categories, but in all of them, here's what you have to do. I'm going to give you 2 objects, and you need to tell me which one of the 2 objects is from the series Pokemon. The other one will always be from Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, one's for all of them? One's
For
Pokemon, one's D&D?
One's
Okay.
Pokemon, one's Dungeons and Dragons. And I've got a couple categories, so we're going to start. I'm going to vaguely describe 2 creatures, and I want you to tell me which one is the Pokemon, and I'll give you bonus points if you know the Pokemon. Because I know you have a working knowledge of the series, but it's not like horrible internet brain rot like mine is for both of these.
I mostly know the older Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have preyed on this weakness horribly.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna have fun. Okay, so first ones are gonna be creatures. Creature number 1 is a land shark that burrows underground. It's covered in plates of armor. The creature number 2 is a land crocodile that burrows underground and ambushes prey during sandstorms.
The first one sounds like Sandshrew or something.
Is that your answer?
I think the first one's a Pokemon.
That is incorrect.
What?
You get 0 points. The first one is a shark, right? It's called a boulet. Or
you said it was a shark, didn't you?
Yes, I did say.
That's the problem is if I'm not reading it, things in my brain just like boop. But yeah, okay.
I can send them to you.
Yeah, if you want to send the questions,
in the
I might
chat
do slightly
in Zencaster,
better. Yeah,
as well as reading them out loud.
Okay.
And I randomized the order for them, so you won't get spoilers.
Okay.
They're not like all in the same order. Okay, so the other one was a Pokemon called Crocodile, though it's like a crocodile that's like a robber, and
I do, yeah.
part of the lore is that like it tries to attack prey during a sandstorm. Okay,
Okay.
now we have an idea of this. So, Creature 1 is a 3-headed dragon that brutalizes anything that comes into its path. Creature number 2 is a 5-headed dragon, and each head spits a different element.
Okay, my thought process is if that 5-headed thing was a Pokemon, it would probably be like a legendary thing or something, and I think I probably would have heard of it, so I think that's the D&D one.
Okay. Uh, is that your answer?
But also I don't know a 3-headed dragon Pokemon. Yes, I do. No, I don't. That is my answer, yes.
You're correct. The 3-headed dragon is Hydreigon.
Okay.
The 5-headed dragon is like the mother of all dragons, Tiamat.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. Creature number 1 is a creature that pretends to be an inanimate object. It is covered in sticky adhesive. Creature number 2 is a creature that pretends to be another creature, and looking at it directly is rumored to cause people's death.
Rumored to cause death. Pretends to be another creature, looking at it directly causes death. Because I know there's things in both Pokemon and D&D that pretend to be other things.
Yeah, I've tried to pick like very similar things for all of these.
I am thrown off by the looking at it directly causes death because I know they wouldn't have like shown that in Pokemon, but I also know there's some lore stuff that's kind of weird.
Again, the 3-headed dragon does brutalize everything that comes into its path. I've picked some disturbing Pokemon entries.
Okay.
But maybe it's covered in sticky adhesive.
I'm gonna say the sticky thing's the Pokemon and the looking at it thing is D&D.
Nope, unfortunately not. The creature that pretends to be an inanimate object is a mimic, right? A thing that turns into like a treasure chest, and they're covered in like sticky. Mimikyu is.
I knew what a mimic was. I didn't know it was sticky. I thought it just attacked you.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Sticky.
I just knew they attacked you.
Mimikyu is the Pokemon.
Okay.
It's pretending to be Pikachu, and if you look
Looking
under its costume, it's rumored to cause death.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that's the other half of the segment, is let's learn about fun, weird Pokemon lore.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, number 4. Both of these are oozes. One of them is the shape of a perfect cube, and it is almost invisible. The other one eats garbage, and its touch instantly kills plants.
I know that there's a big, like, gelatinous cube thing in D&D. So I think the first one's D&D and the second one's Pokemon.
Correct. The other one is Muck.
Muck okay.
Eats garbage.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Good. You're at 2 points, Erin.
Yay.
Okay. So, next one. Number 1 is a small creature that has one eye, but there are about 30 different types of them.
Yeah, it's the I said a no word.
Yes!
I said a no word. It's the unknown things. Whatever.
We're 1-1.
Sorry. Yeah, now we're
the balance is restored.
We're even on saying no words.
I didn't even read the other one. Yeah, it is unknown, so you get 2 points.
I knew the first one was unknown, and then
the other one is a large round creature with one main eye and 10 small eye stalks. That is a beholder.
Oh, my friend loves those and has like art of them and stuff. Even if I'd read that, I probably would have figured that out. I just immediately was like, yeah, that's the unknown.
Yeah, I did pick some like knowable ones.
Okay.
Next one is a large purple bee from another dimension, or a large purple earthworm that lives underground.
A large purple bee. From another dimension makes me think it's not Pokemon. And the huge purple earthworm could be like, I don't know if you would count Ekans as a big earthworm, but I think the second one...
It is a snake.
Okay, it's a snake. It's not a
And it doesn't live underground.
Okay. Well, sometimes it's in the caves when you're in the game. I didn't know.
That's caves.
Okay.
It's also not in the caves.
I can't think of a purple bee in Pokemon though. Why would it be from another dimension? Do they have multi-dimensional stuff in Pokemon?
Yes.
They do?
Pokemon Sun and Moon, baby. You go to the other dimensions. It's weird. Sun and Moon is
Oh,
so strange.
yeah, that's the one that I didn't finish. Well, a bunch of them I didn't finish, but um, okay, then the bee is Pokemon, the worm is D&D.
Yes. The
Okay,
bee is Naganadel. It's a like giant purple wasp.
okay,
The purple earthworm is the purple worm.
that's just the name of it, just
It's
the
just the
purple
purple
worm.
worm.
Okay,
Okay. Next one's I picked two that are a bit more different from each other. One of them is a creature that is made out of paper that attacks with sharp paper swords. The other is a rust-colored creature that eats metal.
paper thing. Wait, repeat it. I'm so sorry.
A creature made out of paper that attacks with sharp paper swords, or a rust-colored creature that eats metal.
Rust-colored creature. I'm totally guessing here. I'm gonna say the paper's D&D. The metal thing is Pokemon.
Other way around. The paper is Kartana,
Okay.
and the rust-colored creature is a rust monster.
Okay.
They eat your swords as you attack them. They literally make things rust when they touch them.
Okay.
Okay, next one. One is a creature that regenerates damage so quickly that it can regrow any body part that gets cut off. One is a creature that has the appetite of a literal black hole and can eat anything.
Did you put this in chat?
I'm pasting it.
Sorry. Creature that regenerates damage can regrow any body part. Creature that has appetite of a literal. Regeneration is D&D. Black hole is Pokemon.
Yep. The regeneration is the Tarrasque, which is like the classic like end game. You cannot kill this thing. Find another way to beat it.
Okay.
The other one is Guzzlord.
Okay.
Two more of these. One is a rabbit-like creature with a black horn on its head. The other is a rabbit-like creature that has ears that are like sensors. So they're both rabbits. One has a black horn, and the other has ear-like sensors.
I think Blackhorn's D&D sensors Pokemon.
You are correct. The horn rabbit is an Almirage, and the ears-like sensors is a Azumarill.
Okay, yeah.
The last one, creature that is part owl, part bear. Or creature that is part owl, part archer.
Oh, it's the owl bear's D&D, and the archer thing's the guy that the little owl thing evolves into. It's one of the starters, yeah?
Yes. So Decidueye is that one. Really love that one. I have a Rowlet over there. Yeah, and the other one's just literally an owl bear.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so this one's going to be a lot faster. I'm going to list off one Pokemon attack move and one D&D spell.
Okay.
And you need to tell me which one's from Pokemon.
All right.
Okay, and you're at 8 points currently, so you're doing pretty okay.
Yay.
Because you got a couple extra from knowing some Pokemon. Okay, first one. Icicle Crash or Ice Storm. You're finding the one that is from Pokemon.
Icicle Crash or Ice Storm. I know Pokemon has like Sandstorm and like a Hailstorm like thing, but I don't know if it's called Ice Storm or Hailstorm. What was the other one?
Icicle Crash.
Icicle Crash. I think Icicle Crash is D&D and Ice Storm is Pokemon.
Other way around. Icicle Crash is a ice type attack. Ice Storm is an ice spell.
Okay.
Next one. Fire Shield or Spiky Shield.
This is bad.
Some of these are nasty. I'm gonna warn you. There are a couple like just asshole ones that I picked just for fun.
I'm so tempted to say Fire Shield is the Pokemon for some reason, but I don't think it is. Fire Shield, Pokemon, Spiky Shield, D&D.
Spiky Shield is the Pokemon move. It's a signature move of Chestnut, or it used to be.
Mm.
Okay, next one. Avalanche or Cone of Cold.
Cone of Cold's D&D.
You are correct.
Pokemon, yeah.
Okay, next one. Here's one of the mean ones. Lightning Bolt versus Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt is Pokemon.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's Pikachu's signature move.
Yep.
Well, Volt Tackle technically is. Someone's going to yell at me for that. He use it all the time. Okay, next one. Time Stop or Spatial Rend?
Spatial Rend.
Spatial Rend. Ripping a hole in space.
I feel like this is meant to trip me up, and I feel like Time Stop is a D&D thing, but I don't know if it's called that. But also Spatial Rend sounds too complicated for Pokemon, but also there are some weird names. I'm gonna say Time Stop, D&D, Spatial Rend, Pokemon.
That is correct. Spatial Rend is Palkia's signature move. Okay, next one. Sand Seer Storm or Erupting Earth?
Sand Seer Storm?
Sand Seer Storm or Erupting Earth?
Well, I know there's Sandstorm in Pokemon, so I don't know if if they would have another one that's like named very similarly. Erupting Earth. I'm gonna say Erupting Earth is Pokemon.
Erupting Earth is the D&D spell.
Okay.
Sand
So
Seer
they have
Storm
two
is
things.
Landorus, I think.
Okay. Well, there's a Sandstorm that does that.
Yeah, there's two different.
Is one just like a more advanced one?
Well, Sand Seer Storm's like an attack move. That's like attacking the Sandstorm. Sandstorm's just like, I'm gonna set up the Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Okay, couple more of these, and then we're going to the last category. Here's another mean one. Sacred Flame or Sacred Fire. One of them is the signature move of Ho-Oh.
I feel like Sacred Flame's D&D.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Sanctuary or Protect.
Protect is Pokemon.
There we
go.
I
remember fighting against things that were using that and being really mad about it.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Sunburst or Light That Burns the Sky.
If that's the Pokemon one, I'm going to punch you. Light That Burns the Sky. Does that even fit in the Pokemon text in the screen?
I'm legally not allowed to answer that until you guess.
I think Light That Burns the Sky is D&D.
It's the Pokemon one.
What the heck?
It's like the signature move of another Pokemon.
Which one?
I'm gonna stay silent on that one for reasons that we'll find out later.
Okay.
Secret reasons, because it's in the next category and I don't want to give its name away. Okay, two more. Entangle or Constrict?
I know I've seen one of these in Pokemon, but I don't know which one.
Ekans knows it.
Constrict. Pokemon.
Constrict is correct.
Yeah.
Last one. And it's another mean one. Moonlight or Moonbeam?
Ooh. Moonlight or Moonbeam?
One does damage, the other heals.
Moonlight heals Moonbeam damage.
That is correct.
But not the question.
But, which is it? Which is the Pokemon one?
Moonbeam?
Pokemon? Moonlight. Moonlight's the Pokemon one.
That's too difficult.
You're sitting on 16 points out of, I think, the 20 that I've asked you, so you're doing all right. We're going to do 10
I've lost way more than that.
You got a couple like big questions that gave you a couple points.
Oh, are they weighted differently or something?
Like again, when you knew the Pokemon names, it gave you a couple extra, and that actually got
Oh.
you through it.
Oh, I would have been saying the names if I thought it. Okay, yeah.
Well, if
Got
you
it.
like, when you knew,
I don't
them
think I
back
would have
then.
gotten any of the ones I didn't say right though.
Yeah. You got the ones that I expected. If that helps. Okay, last one. I'm going to give you a name of one of the gods from the Pathfinder pantheon, and I'm going to give you the name of a Pokemon.
Okay.
You need to tell me which one's the Pokemon. Now they all have a link, and I will tell you what that link is.
Okay.
So the first one is called Sarenrae, and the other is called Necrozma.
Can I
they
see
both
how
have
they're
to do with-
spelled?
Yes. One is
Thank
called
you.
Sarenrae, and the other is Necrozma. They both have to do with light.
Necrozma's the Pokemon.
Yes, that's the one actually I couldn't say earlier.
Okay.
It that knows light that burns the sky, which is the
Okay.
most metal Pokemon name.
Yeah, it is. Jeez.
Okay. The next one is Desna, the other is Lunala.
Oh,
They are both moon.
That's hard. I think Lunala's Pokemon.
That one is also correct.
Yeah, I think I know what it looks like too. Yeah.
It's the bat. It's the moon bat. Okay. Next, Eternatus and Rovagug. They're both like apocalypse starting creatures.
Eternatus is D&D.
Eternatus is the Pokemon. It's a giant, creepy eldritch space dragon.
Okay.
And Rovagug is so evil that they locked him in Super Hell.
Okay.
Okay, next one. Zamazenta or Gorum. They're both like war type creatures.
Zamazenta. Gorum sounds more like Pokemon, but I feel like it's too close to Golem, so I feel like it's not, maybe.
Also, if it helps, I picked all legendary Pokemon. Every single one.
Oh.
It's the only ones that's fair to go up against deities.
Zamazenta is the Pokemon?
Yes, Zamazenta is the dog with the shield. Okay. Gorum is like a god of war.
Oh my god, I played... Is it from Sword and Shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Sword. I didn't even know the name of the Shield one.
Yeah.
I don't think I know the Sword one either.
Next one, it's Zacian. Next one is Gozra versus Tapu Koko.
Gozra's Pokemon.
No, Tapu Koko is the Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
It's from the Alola games, which you didn't finish.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next, another fun ones to say. Yveltal and
that
Zonkuthon.
One's Pokemon. I wanted to cosplay Yveltal for a while.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't do it though. But I wanted to.
Yeah. Zonkuthon I thought was funny enough that it could trip you up.
You might to say one I knew very well.
You might know this one too. Pharasma or Giratina.
Giratina is the Pokemon.
Yeah, they're both like ghost guys. Next, Callistria or Calyrex, which I picked because they have similar sounding names.
Callistria or Calyrex? Callistria Pokemon?
Callistria is the Pathfinder goddess of lust and bees.
Bees.
Okay, next one. These are both like martial artist types. One is Urshifu and one is Aurori.
Urshifu is the Pokemon.
Yes, it is.
Because it's a bear, right?
It is the bear, yeah.
Yeah.
Last one, you might know this one. It's Urgathoa and Xerneas.
Xerneas is the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because I knew Xerneas and Yveltal. Yeah.
If you knew Yveltal, I figured you know that one. And that's what we've got. Out of a possible 30 points, you have gotten 23, which is pretty good.
What can I say? I'm the best.
Did pretty good.
Stumbled my way through
Like no one ever was, Erin. Like no one ever was.
Love it. Thank you.
I hope you guys enjoyed playing this one along with us as well.
Yeah.
That being said, it is about time for us to wrap this up. So, as usual, hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure you give us a subscribe or a like or a comment. If you have ideas for stuff that you want us to talk about or play or embarrass ourselves with, put it down in the comments. Or if you're listening to us on social media, not social media, if you're listening to us on Spotify or on another podcast service, you can send us an email at appetizercast@gmail.com. What about our socials, Erin?
You can follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at appetizercast, and you can follow either of us at Erin MacDaddy or Moth Mancha. And also, I've never said this on here. We do have a Facebook page, but like nobody cares about Facebook, so we don't say it in the outro, but there is one.
It certainly does exist if you still use Facebook in the year of our Lord 2022. If that is your bread and butter, I weep for you, but we have a page for you. So
I mostly just use it so I can share it to my page, and then my mom will see it and she can watch it.
We do everything for Elaine.
Of course, we love Elaine.
I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. Be sure to tip your waitresses, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.